Hello and welcome to D&D on DDOcast. We are some Dungeons & Dragons online players, and we thank you for joining us as we play some 5th edition D&D. We're using Fantasy Grounds Unity. If you're interested in checking out the program for yourself, you can go to fantasygrounds.com or at fantasygrounds2 on Twitter to learn more. This is Tomb of Annihilation, and I am Patrick, your Dungeon Master and host. Thanks for joining us. We encourage our live listeners to participate at twitch.tv/DDOcast, where you can influence the game. Let's see. We'll meet the players, and we'll start with Fire.
Hello, I'm Naldarai. I am a elf sorcerer.
And Alexsia.
Hello, I'm Alexsia. I am a artificer.
And Grub.
Hi, I'm Grub. I'm a barbarian, and it's been over a month since I've hit anything.
Fraggle.
Hi, I am Flickeraxe, a dwarven knowledge cleric.
Fahada.
Hi, I'm Fahada Thistlewald, and I'm a human variant ranger.
Bojaxxx.
I am Bojaxxx, a copper dragonborn barbarian, here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and the party ran out of bubblegum last week.
And we have a new player, Dyne.
Hi everybody, I'm playing Dyne. He's a he's from out of town.
Well, you've only had like a month to figure this out.
For some reason I was getting paused on a word that I shouldn't be, but he's from Waterdeep.
Hey, there we go.
Yep. I mean, it's my background for crying out loud.
There you go.
Okay, it looks like we're forming a nice itinerary for the day. Need something to do. So why don't we go over those things?
So I've got Loose here to circle back to Alexsia and Grub. And then it sounds like you want Dyne and Jhax and Fahada are gonna go find the
Roka.
Right? And anything else that I have hanging threads here? All right, let's circle back to Alexsia and Grub.
We head for the Harbor Master's house, location, building.
Harbor Master's office. Yep.
All right, we head there.
So you find outside the office is a bulletin board with several wilderness guides, all of which you already have information on. Let's see. Who wants to roll, Alexsia or Grub?
What roll?
It's gonna be a D100.
Alexsia, go ahead.
Still with that extra D10. I don't know what's up with that. 73. Okay, so he is not there. The clerks at the harbor tell you that this is not uncommon. People are very often leaving notes, and they seldom know. Like, they don't know where he is generally at any given time. However, he just left. So they think they know where he was going, but there were a couple of things that he needed to deal with. So it's not a perfect win but they give you an idea of which dock, a couple of docks to go to. They give you four possible places where he went. Or you can leave a message here, and he'll leave a reply within a couple of hours.
Well, why don't we leave a message and then go looking for him?
That seems fairly sensible. Well, Grubby, why don't you give me a D4? You win. You find him. Yay. It's amazing. It takes a little bit, but you do find the harbor master based on the description given you by the clerks, who's a half gold dragon. Half gold dragon. Different than Dragonborn? That's a little weird.
Yep. Half dragon.
Yeah. Name is Zindar, and you have to wait a little bit. He is very much engaged with what he is dealing with. But you're able to kind of catch his eye, and he gives you kind of the, like, hang on a moment, I'll be with you shortly kind of a thing. And
I wait patiently.
Sure. 20 minutes later, he's like, yes, you're looking for me? I don't have a lot of time. What's up?
We heard that you were looking for some adventures for some kind of an issue that you've got going on, so we were tracking you down to find out about it.
He's immediately kind of brightens up, like this is, you know, the people that are like super busy, and when you're like, hey, I heard you have a problem and I'd like to help you with this problem, and they're like, yes, please, thank you. That's the kind of reaction you're gonna get from this guy. This guy is really busy. Yeah. So there's that there's pirates that are attacking merchant ships heading to and from the Bay of Chult. There's 3 of them: the Dragon Fang, the Emerald Eye, and the Sturge. He has permission from the Merchant Princess to offer a bounty of 2,000 gold for each pirate ship that is captured and brought into port. And a bonus of 500 gold for the capture of each pirate.
Ding, ding,
Okay.
ding.
I can just hear the cha-ching going through everyone's mind.
Followed by that might be above our pay grade at this point.
Yeah, right.
I mean, unless someone else pulls them in, right?
Okay, well, it sounds interesting, but we'll have to run it past our other party members. And we will get back to you. We'll leave a note if we, at the office when we have a decision.
Is it
What
no
the-
need? If you get a ship, just bring it in, right?
All right,
Was it 50 or how much gold was it per pirate?
500.
2,000 for the ship, 500 for the captain.
Okay, thank you.
And that is also in your quest now.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much, and we'll get out of your way.
All right, and then let's see. We'll circle back to, well, we'll circle back to Fahada, Dyne, and Bojaxxx. Fraggle or Naldarai, is there something you want to do really quick?
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, unless I can find some place to do some research or something. And I wanted to research the area, the town, the area,
Okay.
all that stuff. Yeah.
All
18.
right. Cleric with investigation. This is kind of fun. What kind of stuff are you usually looking about the area of the port or Chult?
The port first, and if I could get more, I'm looking for like what actually happened to the other ports and towns that are around. They're all just ruins now and stuff.
This is the only port, basically.
Well, there used to be ones.
Right. So you kind of ask around. You get a little more information about the merchant princes. Actually,
I mean,
I'll give you an option. So,
I'm not looking for merchant princes. I'm looking for ancient history of this place or something.
ancient
I'm
history.
looking for some
Okay.
clues that's going to help us figure out what this stupid death curse is, or if any other towns have been cursed and destroyed, or anything like that. I don't care about princes and nobles and crap.
Sure.
Like when was the town built? Was it built on ancient, Indian burial ground? Anything like that.
Right. So, until recently, the port was under the control of a foreign nation. And 9 years ago, they were forced to relinquish the city to the wealthy and powerful consortium of Chultan traders, the merchant princes. Well, we'll call it the predecessor to the merchant princes. The merchant princes kind of rose to the top of that group, and backed by the Yetepka, a society, kind of a secretive society in the port. And rather than risking a bloody conflict that probably they would have lost anyways, took off and kind of abandoned them, if you will. Let's see. And I'll tell you a little bit about where did I. So you kind of learn a little bit about the Yetepka Society. It's also known as the Triceratops Society. It's based in the port, dedicated to preventing any individual or group from abusing power and upsetting the natural social order. You would kind of
old school druid-ish.
Make you make a history check.
Oh no. I rolled bad, but I got a 12.
Sure. So you kind of recognize it as a society who has goals that are similar to the Harpers. They were instrumental in liberating the port from foreign powers, and facilitated the rise of the Seven Princes. Now they're kind of known for keeping the power structure like it is. So keeping foreign interests in check. In particular, of late, the Zentarum have been known to be poking about and trying to work here. They're also trying to eliminate the threat from pirates. Eventually, when you and Alexsia and Grub kind of come together, you can put 2 and 2 together. This is the same thing.
Yep.
That kind of a thing.
That's cool. Okay. There's
also
possibly
you also find a someone who has one of these tokens, which is it's a warning, if you will. If you're doing something that the society doesn't like, the Yetepka society doesn't like, you'll find one of these tokens.
Wait, did you say that he was given one of these tokens, or he just?
He finds someone who had one.
Gotcha.
And they're bad if you get one.
Right. It's like an omen, a warning that you're doing something that's.
Yeah. It's like finding a blood rose on your doorstep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
So these are people we probably want to talk to.
We know about it.
Yeah. And I'm writing all this down, and I'm definitely going to share everything I've found with the group.
Sure. Dyne, what did you say?
I said it's you're doing something wrong, and we know about it.
Yes.
Yeah. But they definitely sound like a group that might be interesting to talk to.
If you can find them, it's not open knowledge of who is.
Oh, they're a secret society.
Yes. Very secretive.
Okay.
I have added some of this information into my rumors. sheet in my notes.
All right, I think we'll circle back to Jhax and Fahada and Dyne.
Okay.
I think we're searching out the, isn't it the harbor master?
Nope, that was the other group. You're looking
Roka.
for
other
We're looking for.
Roka.
Roka.
Roka. That's, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So as we're walking to where Roka said he would be,
Mhm.
I'm like, so Dyne,
Mhm.
how do you do that message thing?
Oh, we're born with it.
Oh, so like both of y'all?
Just me.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, not just me, but like my family and closer relatives.
Oh, it's
We-
it's cool. It's really cool.
You are able to find Roka pretty quickly.
Oh, is this the guy?
Yeah. But that thing about you saying it sounds like it's too good to be true, I don't know. I mean, I kind of say it under my breath to you. Like, do you think we should like not talk to this guy?
No,
Or
I've got
He's right where he said he was. Like,
I'll just get questions. Um.
Okay.
So, you're Roka, right?
yes.
Okay. So my friend here, Falda,
Fahada. Big
Fahada,
smile. Big smile. Fahada.
Fahada, told us you were looking for somebody to help you get over to the other port, and I was gonna
The fort, not the port.
the fort to hear you go through it again. If you would repeat what you offered to her, just so we make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah, he and his organization believe that the Flaming Fist are in league with the pirates, and he's looking for proof. And he needs help. He needs help to do that. So he basically needs some sort of distraction so that he can get into the commander's quarters and get the proof he needs.
Okay. So, what kind of organization?
A secret society. Let me pull up the information.
Like, are you a knight of the post? Do you speak the crosstalk?
I'm gonna say no because I don't even know what that is.
Are you a thief? Do you speak thieves' cant?
Thieves can't.
Or do you have a flying snake?
A flying snake.
And
there are
that's,
flying
are you a
snakes.
member
You
of-
have seen flying snakes in the city.
Yeah, that's are you a member of the Zentarum?
Oh, cool. Poop, 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 poop. Right, and let's pull this out. And let me find the. Oh, not there. There it is. Give me a class. No, it doesn't give me a class.
It says Commodore and nothing else.
Languages.
Or
Any
stuff
two
like that.
languages. Helpful. Let me just look at thieves. Thieves can't. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Secret mix of dialect, jargon, code allows you to hide messages to be normal conversations. We'll go with yes. He speaks. Thieves can't. That's a
Okay.
sure.
And to the second question.
Um. Right, you were asking about what organization he's with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to you as a tell.
Sure.
That you'll get through Thieves Can't. Probably without the knowledge of anyone else in the party. Oh, hey, that's neat.
This should show up.
Right. So I'll back up a little bit. So at this point, you probably are all aware. So Zentarum are an organization that provides mercenaries to the merchant princes.
Okay.
So they're not like he does identify himself as part of the Zentarum network.
Okay. It is worth mentioning that they're not as bad as they once were.
Right. I just forgot about the part where they're like, they're hired as guards to defend the city walls, and to protect operations of the city. So they are there by invitation of the merchant princes. They're not like, although I'll add to Josh's information about the Yatepka Society. They're very wary of the Zentarum. They're not like in open warfare or anything like that, like turf war, but Yatepkas are very clearly concerned and keeping in check the Zentarum.
They view it as an outside power that's coming in, and they don't like it, right?
Well, sort of.
Okay.
So
it's
here's
either that or
everyone's
go ahead.
everyone's on board with the idea. Hey, these guys are protecting the city, right? Like they're risking their lives and defending the city walls from the monsters and the undead that attack the city. Commonly, like this is not. These are not abnormal things. So, and there are dangers. Chult is a dangerous place. So, Yatepka would, like, if you were able to find a person who was a Yatepka society, they would probably tell you something along the lines of, look, we don't trust these people, but they're also providing a needed service.
So they respect what they're doing, but don't like them.
Yeah. If the Yatepka society could find a better option, they probably would. Currently, those options are the Zentarum and the Flaming Fist. And
fair enough.
The fact that the Zentarum are the ones that are currently protecting the city should tell you a lot about those two choices.
Yeah. Things have gone downhill.
Well, like you said, the Zentarum are not as
not as bad as they once were.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Essentially, my understanding of the Zentarum, and I'll just relay this sonically to my two compatriots, and then I'll backfill that this is what he was. They're all about the money and the power and the ability to influence and do the things they want to do them, and they don't really care too much on how that happens. Okay, so and I'll continue in Thieves Can't more or less, and since I'll fill everybody else on what I was saying later. So, do you really? Is that the real situation, or you just need to get in there and steal and take some stuff, and find some blackmail on the guy?
No, he. I should just make you roll because rolling's fun, right? Like that's part of the game.
No, rolling is not fun because
there's
a tendency to roll bad.
19.
Right?
That almost looked like a 2 to me. No, he tells you, and you're pretty confident that he's telling the truth, right? Like he thinks that they believe that this is a thing, that they are actually that the Flaming Fist is actually in league with the pirates. Like,
Okay.
They believe that, like the Zents believe that, and his orders are to get in there and find proof. So that,
Okay. Well, and continuing. And
hang on,
okay.
I'll do
Alright.
because you're gonna tell everybody later. So
Right.
Intelligence check, not a like a.
nope, just intelligence.
Okay.
Pluses or minuses, we all roll like crap except for Naldarai.
No.
Which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing your name, but
Naldarai.
Naldarai. There we go.
Well, thankfully, Fahada, who was with you, as well as Alexsia and Naldarai, like y'all kind of quickly put together that the Zentarum are not doing this entirely for the for altruistic reasons and to the benefit of the city. Like,
They have an ulterior motive. We just don't know what it is.
well, I
Yet.
mean, you would probably assume that it is like, look, the Zentarum and the Flaming Fist are two open factions in the area, and this is jockeying for position.
Right.
We don't know what their specific goal is with this, but it's something to get an advantage over the other.
Wealth and power.
Right. And that way, then people don't trust the Flaming Fist, and there's the Zentarum defending the walls of the port. Yeah, I can see it.
I don't know that people really trust the Flaming Fist in general, but yeah, sure. The only reason the Zents are trusted more here is because they're protecting the city and they're doing it.
Right. Okay. Well, I was just concerned that we might get left out to dry, and I'd rather that not happen if we're on the outside making a distraction.
Are you telling him that?
Yeah, that's why I was justifying my questioning.
That is not his intent. And he would be willing to cover the cost of to cover the cost of the charter before you create the distraction.
All right, cool.
But there is a not so subtle, like, you screw me on this, and I got friends.
Sure.
And he's also, and more clearly, without like subtle inference, that he expects you to deal with to handle the ramifications, right? Like, you piss off the Flaming Fist, that's on you. I just need help. I just need a distraction so that I can get in there, kind of a thing.
Right.
What distraction are you looking for?
Sorry?
What kind of distraction are you looking for?
He just needs to get into the commander's quarters, long enough to get in the quarters and search it.
He doesn't care, in other words.
Yeah. You want to attack the fort? Like, he don't care. It wouldn't necessarily be something he would recommend, but...
So as Bojaxxx and I are listening to this, we are not picking up on any of this, though, right? On the thieves' cant?
Not the thieves' cant. No.
So you would be... So an example, this part would be, yeah, I would be willing to... You would pick up I would be willing to cover the cost of the charter up front, right? You would not catch the... I got friends. You leave me hanging on this, and we come for you.
Okay.
We'll get our pound of flesh, right?
But I'll end the conversation and be like, well, we all got friends, but I'm not going to tell anybody.
Right.
Translated through Thieves Can't. And then I'm going to talk it over with my chums. And then we will go and
Yeah, he tells you
walk
where he's
away.
gonna be, and
Okay.
I mean, it's not that big of a place. Like, the city's not that big. You can find him if you need to. I'm not gonna make
Yeah,
you.
this is just a little town.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of people, but
should-
like, I'm not gonna make you roleplay find a guy, right? We don't need to spend time doing that.
Okay. And
Yeah,
then
so we should
as
probably.
we walk away, I'll
Yeah.
tell people what they actually overheard anyway.
I'm also gonna ask as we're walking away.
Mhm.
Can you hear my thoughts?
When you reply to me,
Okay, and I visibly like relax.
So it's not your psychicness is not two ways.
it says you can send telepathic messages to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you. You don't need to share language with that creature for it to understand these messages, but it must be able to understand at least the language to comprehend them, which makes it super handy, but oddly worded as far as do they
It does imply that
communicate
you don't.
back?
Yeah, they have to talk to you back.
Right. Skip that part entirely.
Right.
Like the message or in other versions of psionic communication, it worked like a message spell. This one
We're
doesn't.
gonna go with it as not a walkie-talkie.
Yeah, well, and because she's never encountered anything like this before, she just replied verbally. Like, she didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best. That's pretty much what we can do, or hand signals, or written notes.
All right, I think that wraps that up. The only hanging thread I have on my plate is that you were recommended to go check out the Temple of Savras.
Oh yeah, and if we run into anyone else wandering the streets of our little group, I will recommend they join us.
I mean, you can get the whole group together. Like, I'm not gonna. You guys can find each other whenever you want.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
if you
our
split up in
knowledge
the,
cleric would
to be
probably
clear,
like
if you
to
split up
know.
in Chult, like, good luck.
We
Yeah,
split
that
up in
would be good.
Chult. Whoever's with the guide is the most likely to make it back. Everybody else, good luck.
I hear a kitty. It sounds like a kitty wants to play with us.
It's one of 7.
My other party, someone that's doing this, someone asked if they could be someone with a fly speed and like fly in the jungle. And I'm like, sure, you are welcome to fly. I'm just gonna point out that it isn't necessarily gonna be easy to fly back to your party depending on what you do in that regard. So,
Mhm.
but
Okay, I'll be back in 1 second.
does anyone else want to do something different, or is everyone going to go to the temple?
Let's go to the temple.
Let's go to the temple.
Let's all go to the temple.
I was just thinking that.
Let's all go to the
Yeah.
temple.
Do they have drinks there? Or concession stand?
Probably not. But we'll just say that there is a street vendor with food and drink outside.
Excellent. We need drink for sure.
Mhm.
Pay the cost. You can have drink.
I'm buying one of those gallons.
Okay.
Gallons are good.
The knowledge cleric has a drinking problem, apparently.
The knowledge
Although he's a
cleric is
dwarf, so
I don't
Is
know
that
if that's a drinking
problem?
problem or if
If you
it's
can't
just a natural state.
a
for-
lifestyle.
If you can't remember it when you're drunk, what's it worth remembering it all?
That's correct. I mean, we
Um,
drink since we were born. That's what they put in our bottles.
Probably.
Mhm. You guys just going to the temple, or you want to find out information before you go?
We can find out information before we go. We'll find out information before we go. What do we need to do?
Make an investigation roll. Barbarian with the win.
Again.
So for some of you, Fahada and Naldarai maybe seems kind of weird to you that a deity devoted to revealing truth might have a weak draw in a city of merchants. But Bojaxxx and Grub through schmoozing on the way. What's with the barbarians and schmoozing in this group? This is actually Cerberus was widely worshipped long before the spell plague. The clergy were valued because they could keep tabs on the activities of the Yuan-Ti. The snake people still kind of loom large as boogeymen in Chult. But now they're kind of more into mundane matters. Around business affairs, outlook for newborn kids, affairs of the heart, that kind of stuff. All right, so you gonna go into the temple?
Sure.
Yeah.
There was a thing here. Let me pull something else up real quick. Okay, so you go into the temple, and let's see, how big is this place? Anyways, so you're you go into the temple. There's someone there to meet you. Hello. What can we do for you?
Uh,
Right.
I like elbow whoever's next to me. I don't know what to say.
We're looking for information.
Well, you've come to the right place. We offer all sorts of fortune teller and divination. Lost the word. Services. There it is.
Yeah, but I've heard that the curse has kind of blocked a lot of that information. Isn't that true?
So this is very clearly like an apprentice level person, worker. I don't know. Perhaps you should speak with grandfather Zatembe, or wait.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hang on a sec. Or perhaps Inete.
Do they have different specializations?
No. Well, so grandfather Zatembe is the head priest of the temple. And Inete seems to be preparing for some kind of a journey into the jungle.
We would like to speak to him.
Inete, or is it Zatembe?
Anete, because he's going into the jungle for some reason. He must know something.
She is going into the jungle, but I don't know what for. I believe she is gathering her things.
Yes. Can we speak with her?
Sure.
It's pretty important.
He'll take you to her.
Excellent.
Can you give me a picture of her? No. She's an acolyte, so junior member of the clergy, but higher than the guy. And she brings you, or the worker brings you to her, and she's gathering things, kind of doing the you know how when you're gonna go on a trip, but it's not just a trip, like you're not just going on to see your family or something, but you're like going on a trip that's something new and different for you, and you lay everything out, and you're like trying to figure out what you need to bring, and you're trying to figure out what you're forgetting and not thinking about. That's kind of the scene here. And so the worker's like, excuse me, and she's like, yes, what? Oh, adventurers, fantastic. Like, please come in.
Or
Which is probably gonna be kind of crowded. Or let's say she comes out to talk to you. She probably doesn't have that big of a room for all 7 of you.
At least 2 of us are pretty big.
Oh yes, fantastic. I've been looking for. I need to go into the jungle, and this is not something. I've never been on an expedition before, but I need to go to the Altani Basin.
the Altani Basin, eh? And why?
Let me see if this is on your map. Nope.
I'm looking for it now.
Excellent. I've had disturbing visions of red-robed wizards operating in a base somewhere in the Altani Basin. Grandfather Zatembe has too many things on his mind, but he's given me permission to investigate. And if you're willing, I need someone to escort me there. The jungle is a dangerous place.
Oh boy! And you, do you have anyone else helping you, or are you just gonna go out there by yourself?
Well, I'm packing now so that I'm ready to go when I find adventurers that are willing to go.
And how far away is this place?
Let me look at my map. And compare it to your map. So it's obviously in the not filled in section. But it's just south of Camp Vengeance.
Okay.
Although
Wow. Do you have any idea who these red wizards are?
No, that's what I need to go and find out.
I mean, have you read a book? Have you looked them up in the library or anything like that?
Are their heads shaved?
I mean,
Oh my god.
Somebody's
I've heard of the
metagaming.
group of what? Have we not heard of the red wizards?
Hang on. Let me look at something real quick, and then I'll give you a. I think I need to update my Roll20 initiative thing. It's giving me error messages. Okay, great. This is hilarious. So,
It's the barbarians. Let me guess. They know everything.
oh, do we have another one that didn't roll? So the winners are Bojaxxx, Grub, and Fahada.
Right?
I win.
Clearly not the people with the skill.
the sheltered person and the 2 barbarians win the history check. And yes, based on the description, this does sound like the Red Wizards of Thay.
My mom told me about the red wizards. This sounds like them.
What did she say about them? Just clearly, I can't remember a thing.
I don't know, DM. What did my mom say?
You're gonna make me look up the Red Wizards?
Jackson and I heard about him in a bar. Or maybe in the bathroom after a gallon of ale.
They
Might have
are
cleaved a couple.
sure. They're a not nice group of wizards. They rule Fae. They are arcane experimenters, and necromancers, predominantly.
Well, she said that they're not very nice. They rule Fae. They're necromancers. I mean, like the dead. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
And they experiment with the arcane.
Sounds
Well,
like typical human mages.
yeah, I think we have a winner.
Necromancers and Death Curse.
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
So if we escort you, how much is this paying?
Well, I can help with the expenses.
What about
I
coming
have a
from-
budget of 100 gold,
Oh my God.
Where is
and I have my own food and supplies.
where is the bay?
It's
Or
south of Camp Vengeance.
So really far out for us. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay, well, since you can't pay us, do you have information? Do you have a library? Do you know anything about Chult
Well,
or
she
the
can
Death Curse?
tell you much about Chult. She doesn't know much about the Death Curse, but she recommends that you talk to Grandfather as the Tempe.
Well, let's go talk to grandfather then.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
So she'll take you to him. And as you approach him, you see, you're able to identify the head priest pretty easily. He has more fancy robes that everyone else is wearing. And he is as you're approaching, he's in a very heated conversation with three folks. And let's do that one.
Go, barbarians, go.
Right? I think we have the barbarians. What would we do without them?
I know, right?
And this isn't the only game that happens with either.
No, I know.
Other games,
Especially
same
in
thing.
5th edition, right? Because it's all more compressed.
Uh-huh.
It's way too random in 5th edition. That's why I
Yeah,
dislike
your
it.
modifier has a lot less to do with it than in previous editions.
Right? The relevant people have the information.
Barbarians, right? So make sure.
One of them, yes.
Yes, he beat up someone with a book about the Red Wizards.
Oh my god.
They look like they're Zendar. I whisper quietly to people, to the group.
Wait, what? Who does what?
Those people look like they're Zendar. Zentarum agents, perhaps.
What do Zentara agents look like?
Like
Those people.
Apparently.
What do they look like?
Spotted
What do they look like?
tattoos.
They're hiding, so you don't know.
Oh.
But the real question is, how did you get a vision of this? Really? I mean,
Inete?
Yeah, I mean, just get a vision and you're just gonna run off into the jungle.
She looks at you like you're asking someone how to walk, like how they
Yeah.
walk. Like,
Yeah.
I'm an acolyte of Sapphyra. We are fortune tellers and diviners. We actively try to have visions.
Well,
You are
I
Barb,
am
you would know this.
true. So true. Well, I am also kind of the same. I mean, but I kind of get my knowledge from books and not visions, but I do have my methods of divining myself.
Are they working?
Are you all going to approach? Well, so the three people, the four, well, grandfathers of Tembe and the people he's talking to, kind of see you coming,
Mhm.
and the conversation there breaks up. Although everyone the Zatarum agents seem hesitant to leave, but since you're coming, they depart with scowls on their faces. Zatembe greets Anette. Ah, child. Welcome. He turns to you. Welcome, friends. What can grandfather Zatembe and the Temple of Sapphyra do for you today?
Death curse. What dost thou know?
Well, something seems to be cursing the world, or at least the greater region. No one can be raised, and those who have been raised are dying.
Yeah, but do you have any idea why it's supposedly coming from this area?
He reacts to you in disbelief, in shock. In Chult? It's related to Chult?
That's what we were told. That's why we are here.
Cannot be. Why would such a thing be originating in Chult?
Have you heard of what this island is like? Sorry, this land is like?
Yes, which only leads me to think deeper that, more truly, that surely such an action could not be undertaken in Chult.
What do you mean by that?
Well, to do such a thing would require some kind of
Did you
magical device, or
send me a check or something? Sorry.
no, to my knowledge.
Okay.
But to do such a thing would be no small feat, and this is the only place of civilization. And I mean, to say that this would happen in the jungle of Chult is difficult to believe. You understand? There are not many
Yeah.
places in the jungle where it would be easy to have even a rudimentary capability of doing such a thing.
Well, how
And
would something like this?
who in the jungle would seek to do this anyways?
Well, how, well, okay. What do you think could cause this?
Well, it would have nothing in the jungle.
Why would you say that? I mean, if
The
you don't know what
the jungle is full of undead and tribes of like rudimentary tribes
and ruins and undead and more undead and lots of more undead.
Mindless undead.
And how were those mindless undead?
I need to look up a name real quick.
Created.
Where is name? well, Nasi. Am I saying that right? That's probably not right. Nasi many years ago became a vengeful warlord and created the undead army, but he was defeated. And the undead horde has no master.
Whoa, hold on. What's that guy's name?
Nasi.
Where
Okay.
was he located in Chult? Where was his base of operations, his headquarters?
He was trying to conquer Mesro, which should give you an idea of how long ago that was.
Yeah, how long ago was that?
I'd have to look it up, but a while ago.
Hundreds of years
Mesro
ago?
is a ruin at this point.
Well, yeah. I was just wondering, is it like 10 years old, 100 years old, 1,000?
I think it's in the hundreds range.
It was destroyed in the spell plague.
Oh.
Ah,
And actually, it is on the map. Mesro is. I didn't see it at first.
We were told earlier that it's not really destroyed.
Yeah, that might be an illusion.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
That was a rumor that Volo said to Fraggle.
Oh, he
If
told
that
me
was-
that. I
Yes.
don't remember.
That was the
Maybe
guy who was
they-
trying to sell you the book.
Yeah.
You asked him for other information, and that's what he said.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. I guess I wasn't
Yeah,
paying
but-
attention.
If that's where he is,
I think he said a different word though.
if that's where his headquarters was, or where he was defeated, that's a possible link to the Soulmonger artifact, one of the quests we have.
Yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah. We got several links. Okay, so so you don't think it's possible at all it's coming from the jungle for whatever reason? You don't think some ancient evil could have created this curse or something? Can I use beer to help persuade them? Because that's how I do persuasion. I hand them a drink.
This is part of why you roll it.
You should have
Yeah.
let Jhax
Child,
help
I
you.
do not. No, thank you. Is it
Drink.
possible? Yes, but it is a great many things are possible. It's just your tale is outside the realm of expected.
My tale? How about this death curse that's covering the entire world? That's pretty out there.
Well, yes, there is that.
Okay, well,
We
Is
have
there a
reason
lib-
to believe that there's a necromantic artifact causing all this.
Well, that's believable. But in Chult, this is
yeah, you're right. You're correct. There's no way this is happening in Chult. But thank you for your time. And I just leave. Oh, we got to go talk to the
shrugs
other
his
lady
shoulders.
again.
Yeah.
Well, she's with you.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Does anyone else want to talk to Zatembe?
Sure. So, have you seen anything else interesting lately that the general public, adventurers, should know about, in your opinion?
No, but I have not recently looked into such things. Our business these days tends to be more locally related. But if you would like to make a donation to the church, perhaps I could consult the guides for you.
Okay. Do I think this guy is just like basically an administrator?
No.
Okay.
He seems to be an expert at his craft.
All right, but is his craft? Do I feel his craft is actually seeing the future and telling it, or seeing the future and telling it?
No, like this place is well known for like actual magical fortune telling and divination. Like this is not like tarot card, crystal ball, like Connie kind of things, like tricksy things. Like this is like there's actual magic involved here.
Oh, sure.
Like-
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm saying he might not be the specialist in that as much as he is handling the people who are.
No, he would do it. Like he could he could be the person to do it, and he's actually offering to do it right now. It's that it's just not something that it's something so not within his worldview that it's just like so jarring and like in Chult, really? Like why would anyone set this up in Chult? Like there's nowhere to set this up in the first place. It's right, like it's like why would you do it in Chult? That doesn't make any sense.
Which begs the question is, does he know how somebody could set this up?
Not in a true sense. I'm trying to think of how to put it. So let me put it this way: like, no, I'm guessing no one here is like really well. Okay, Jhax will be, but if someone asked you like, how would you build an aircraft carrier? Right, like. Most of us like, okay, there's some general ideas of what you would need and how to do that, right? And also,
I happen to have Newport News on my speed dial, so there you go.
right. But also, like, if someone asked you, how do I build an aircraft carrier in Kansas? Your response to that would be, why the hell would you build an aircraft carrier in Kansas?
Fair enough.
Right? Like, that's his reaction here. Like,
right.
You could build an aircraft carrier in Kansas, but why would you build an aircraft carrier in Kansas? That's kind of his hang up.
Right. And the answer is because who's going to look for an aircraft carrier in Kansas?
I mean, that's a... Are you going to tell him that? Like, I mean, not the
But at the
aircraft
same
carrier.
time...
The equivalent.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, because there's 100 miles around you of dangerous creatures to protect your secret.
But you also have to get into the through the 100 miles of dangerous creatures, right?
Unless
if
that's
you
not
have
a
the
problem
power
for you.
to do something to
Sure.
cover the entire world, is
Right.
a few 100 miles going to be a big issue?
Teleport.
Yeah, we teleported here, so yeah.
Well, but you have to have been there for a teleport.
Okay.
You guys
yeah.
teleported here? Man, I had to go on a ship.
They got connections, buddy.
See, I knew there was a teleportation circle here somewhere. Anyway, sorry, that would get us derailed. What kind of donation are we talking about?
So he doesn't like. There's not like a price chart, but probably you inferred something along the lines of 30 gold. Give or take. Like that's just kind of your guesstimate of what would be appropriate. Or something, I don't know.
Okay.
That's the number I'm giving you.
Right.
That way.
Well, why don't we weigh our options? We all have a discussion about what we should do.
We have
With
several
our
avenues
resources.
of advance.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be a new quest for us? To check out the valley?
Inete is. I think, did I put that in there?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, and you have Find Arturus Cimber twice in the quest list.
It's probably because I probably shared the Tomb of Annihilation one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Happened. There you go. I took one out. Although I guess I didn't have to do it the way that I did it, and I could have just Anyways, yeah, neat. Is Grandfather's at Tembe a quest? Is that what you're asking me?
No, it was a net A. I just
Yeah,
wanted to make
okay.
sure that was on our list so we could review it when we need to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Jhax, do you think this guy could actually divine anything useful? Since you're, our insightful one.
Yeah. and have no knowledge of divination or any of that stuff.
I mean, the knowledge
Hey,
that you would
I'm
have
just
picked up on coming here, like they do give helpful divination and knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
They do, and I do believe that they're good. It just there's something up with this guy. I don't understand why he just refuses
he's
to believe something like this could happen,
I think
or it's
if
blocked from his vision or something like that as well.
Well, he hasn't looked for anything like that.
I think if he looks, then it's up to Severus to give him whatever vision, and then he can be as shocked as the rest of us, I guess.
Well, but he didn't get any sort of vision, but his apprentice did.
Right.
Right. So I think there's something wrong with this guy.
Okay. Well, we'll just put that in the pot. So, he's a resource we can use if we have a bunch of spare cash. Then we've got the various offers. We've got this
I
lady
know where
here.
we can get spare cash. We just wait for the parade, and then we gather it.
What did you get? Like a silver piece last time?
I
She
got
wishes.
8 copper. Who said that to me?
Oh,
I got 8 copper.
I was just joshing with you. Like,
I'm just messing with you back.
But okay, so that's one thing. She's got what you said, 100 gold pieces, and good luck to us. And we've got the Zents, who, let's see, will pay for us guides over to Fort whatever, and in the end we get to blackmail some, or assist in the blackmailing of some Flaming Fist guys. They also pay for our charter, which we should get before
Does
we
Anete have a
cause
charter?
direction.
no.
But might get away with it anyway, because the Temple of Severus might be like, hey, no, look, Flaming Fist guys, we've been here longer than you.
I assume we're having a private conversation somewhere.
I also assume that.
Okay.
Fine by
I
me.
mean, I will tell them about the offer of a charter and 2 guides.
Right.
It's a guide
going-
pair, by the way, not like 2 separate guides.
So
go-
we
It's a
can guess who
pair
that
of guides.
pair is.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
sa-
Go
I
to
mean, it says
Fort
it in there.
Barbarian, right?
It says that he'll introduce you to River and Flask.
And that's to go
And
to
pay their
the
fees.
fort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go to the fort, cause a stir after we've gotten our charter.
Yep.
And
That
Yeah,
sounds like
I-
maybe our best option.
And I was just going to say, I think Alexia's response to that was, I can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds great. And then we can look at the other stuff later.
was that sarcasm or not?
Everything I say is sarcastic. I'm sorry. No, seriously.
He even has a T-shirt that says that.
No, we definitely should go there first because we could get a charter, we could get some guides, we could do all that stuff. That's going to help us out.
Okay.
We have to figure out a distraction that doesn't get us in deep shit with the Flaming Fist.
Yep.
Okay.
It can't look like it's a distraction for somebody else. It looks like we need to do something that just looks like we're just distracting. So we got to figure out what that is when we're on our way. Or before then, as the case may be.
Sure, we can
I
figure
bet we
something
could
out.
come up with a distraction when we get there and see the lay of the land.
Sure. If nothing else, I can just keep asking for the manager.
Yeah.
I think our Dragonborn could have a dance off.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
Dance off, bro.
we could all be in a dance off. We could challenge the flaming fist to a dance off.
There you go. You have to understand how out of character that is for Grubby.
I mean, they're NPCs. I don't think they have a dance emote. But... All right, I think
They're good.
I was gonna wrap it up for the night because we're kind of about that time. So
Okay.
Well, at least like we have a plan.
And
Okay.
we've survived 2 days in Chult.
yay!
Woo.
I think you mean we survived 2 days in the Port Nyanzaru.
A fair
Which
distinction.
is in Chult,
It's in Chult.
Yeah. I didn't
technically.
disagree.
Well, thanks for watching D&D on DDOcast. If you'd like to find more of our adventures, you can find them on DDOcast.com or the DDOcast YouTube and Twitch channels. We've been using Fantasy Grounds Unity. You can get started with your virtual tabletop gaming experience today at fantasygrounds.com or at fantasygrounds2 on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at DDOcast. You can also check out DDOcast.com for our weekly DDO news and discussion show and more tabletop and gaming adventures. Grubby, you want to plug your stuff?
Oh, well, sure. Not this Sunday, but next, that being the 3rd, I will be having another round of Rime of the Frost Maiden on the D&D Online's Twitch stream. And you can come watch several of those here play as I run that. Other than that, you can check out eldritchentertainment.com for GM screens and eventually, whenever my mold gets here, some dice.
Ooh.
Anyone else have anything they want to plug?
Nope.
I would say it
Jhax's
just
social
occurred to
skills.
me. It just occurred to me
Yeah.
that this is like super hot environment, and Rime of the Frost Maiden we're playing in a super cold environment. Is there like
true.
a temperate zone anywhere in this world? Just asking
Oh,
for
yeah.
a friend.
Descend
not
into a
wrong.
furnace.
Asking for a friend.
That's also hot, but dry.
Yeah, this is the hot and wet. That's the hot and dry.
All right. Well, thanks very much for watching. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
All right.